Governor, thanks for taking the time. Appreciate you inviting us into the governor's office today. I want to start today talking about your decision to not run for re-election. And I want to go back to a soundbite that we have back in early February. You were asked if you would like President Trump's support, and you said, yes, I would, but I would be running on my record. Later asked, were you running? Yeah. You know, an announcement will be coming soon. A little less than 2 months later, you had it.
But I'm going to run on my record. I mean, I would love it, but I'm running on my record. I'm going to run on what we've done for Iowans since I've been elected, and I'm proud of that record. We've gotten a lot done in a short timeline, and I'm proud of what we've been able to do. Well, stay tuned. There might be some news coming, just not today, so stay tuned.
Yeah. Walk me through that decision, I guess, that month and a half, 2 months, and what that process had looked like.
Yeah, you know, I was running until I wasn't. So, you know, first of all, it was a really, really hard decision for me to make. I love what I'm doing. It's been an honor of a lifetime to serve as the governor of this great state and to serve Iowans in this capacity. But, you know, I tell you, I missed my family. I am not somebody that cannot give 100%, and you need to give 100% when you're in this position. I mean, they should expect no less. And family is really, really important to me. And this would be at the end of this term, 16 years in the executive branch. I served 8 as lieutenant governor, 7, and then the rest of the time as governor. And really proud of what we've been able to do over that timeline. But I've got parents that are elderly, and I want to be there to help them. Our oldest granddaughter is a senior next year, and I don't want to miss out on events. And I do a pretty good job of trying to get to stuff, but you miss out on a lot too. So I just realized that it was if I couldn't give 100%, it was time for me to hang it up and pass the baton on to the next leader. We have got a great bench. We've got a great group of Republican leaders that are passionate about this state, and so, you know, I'm sure it'll be a robust primary, and I think that's how it should be. You know, and give everybody an opportunity to talk about their vision to take Iowa forward, and we'll do everything we can to make sure that we help get a Republican back in the governor's office.
When did you know? When did you start going? Was it a thought process? Was it like a moment?
A little bit. I talked to my dad about it. You know, I just said, I love what I'm doing, but it's a commitment. It would be, you know, finish out these 2 years and then another 4. I'm 65. You know, I'll be 66 this year. And I just said, I'm tired. We've done a lot, and it's my nature to continue to do a lot. And I just said, I'm not sure I have it in me, and I just miss our family. And he just said, hey, Kim, just take some time and just think about it. You'll know. Think about what you love about it, and maybe what some of the things are that you give up and what you want to do going forward. And so I just really did start thinking about it. And it's been a kind of a crazy legislative year too. I mean, that was maybe a part of it as well, but mostly it was about family and how much time I have with my parents and my kids, and they're growing up fast, and I want to be a part of that.
You're just talking about some track meets that you got to make this week.
I got a track meet tonight. I was at one yesterday. In fact, tonight I have 4 events that we could be at. So Kevin and I are, you know, divide and conquer. He's going to be at a baseball game. I'm going to be at a track meet, and I could be at a soccer game, I think is the other one that's got something going on. So lots of opportunity with 11 grandchildren.
Yeah, no kidding. Everyone can understand it from the family perspective, I'm sure. How tough is it to step away where under your leadership, the Republican majorities in both chambers have grown to super majorities? Yeah. That's under your watch. You can take claim to that. So I guess with the family decision in mind here, how tough was it with your political intentions to look at the work that you've done and say, okay, now's the time?
Well, hard, but you know, at some point you've got to just make a decision that, you know, we've got a great bench, we've got people that can step in and carry forward, so you have to feel good about that. We do have, you know, majorities in both chambers, and you know, I think one of the reasons we've been successful is we've been bold and courageous on things that we've taken on, and we've told Iowans what we were going to do, and most importantly, we followed through with it. And I really am proud of what we've been able to accomplish in my time as governor, working with the legislature. I think we leave the state in a really good place. Especially proud of what we've been able to do with tax cuts. We really have transformed. I'm proud of what we've done with education. That's a whole host of things. But that's what fires me up. That's what I love doing. That's what I love as governor, really looking at opportunities and looking at ways we can do things better. Really, really, really proud of the realignment bill, and it's given us great visibility into the various agencies right now, and there's a lot of opportunity to continue to make that better as well. And I think that's, it's growth from a competitive environment, tax cuts, regulatory reform. It's keeping spending in check, and it's looking at making government more efficient and effective, and that's how we sustain the tax cuts, and that's how we will continue to hopefully reduce them going forward. That's how we'll be able to hopefully at some point address property taxes as well. So we've laid a pretty good foundation. I think there's a lot more work to do, but hopefully we'll set the next governor up and put them in a position to continue to do big and bold things.